Brian, what the hell is this?
Huh? What's the matter, Sylvia? Did I do something wrong?
I'm talking about the meat in the fridge. It says $30. That is so expensive. When did you buy it?
Oh, well, you found it.
Damn right I did. I was looking for something to eat when I found something unfamiliar inside the fridge. When and where did you buy this? Why on earth would you buy such expensive meat?
Well, I brought it a couple of days ago on my payday. I wanted to splurge just a bit to enjoy with some good beer. We'll have it together, of course. Are you in, or what?
I'm surprised you have the nerves to buy something like this with your cheap-ass pay. You make nothing.
I wanted to do something special for just one day. We eat modestly every day. We need to cut ourselves some slack sometimes.
How could you spend it on something so insignificant? What a waste. Do you not realize I work to cover what your pay can't? Ugh, this is so annoying. Starting tomorrow, you get to live on sprouts. That is all I'm serving you.
Oh, come on, Sylvia. Give me a break, won't you? We both work hard to support the family. A little treat once in a while won't hurt us.
You know what really wouldn't hurt? For you to get promoted and get better pay. Then we wouldn't have to eat modestly every day or fight over some stupid meat. But I know that's never going to happen. Because you don't work hard for it. You're not even interested in getting a promotion, are you?
That's not true. I'm interested as much as anyone would be. I might not be the competitive type, but I know my managers count on me. I'm sure someday I'll have a chance.
Someday? When the hell is that going to be? You're so pathetic. Don't you feel left out seeing all your friends land on management positions? You're the only one at the bottom of the ladder. We wouldn't even be able to put food on the table if it wasn't for me.
It was such a great idea to start your own side business. I'm in awe of your success, really. So proud of you, Sylvia.
I have a good sense of business. I always knew I had. I've been teaching my friends on how to make money recently, you know. Everyone is interested in starting a side business these days because their main job is hopeless in regards to a raise.
Wow, you are amazing. And you have so many followers on SNS now, right? Not that I know anything about SNS, but you're like a celebrity.
I'm very popular indeed. Everyone wants to be my friend. Because not only am I beautiful, but I also know how to make money. I'm a role model to everyone.
I'm so proud of you, honey. I'm really thankful for you.
Yes, you really should be. Men would kill to have a perfect wife like me. Do you realize how hard I work to raise our living standards?
I do. We wouldn't survive without you.
Soon enough, the money I make would be enough to support our family. If that happens, there would be no point in having you in the family. You don't do much as it is.
Now, Sylvia, be nice, please. We have a child. Can't take away my role as a father that easily.
Danny is too small to understand your role. He will forget about you in an instant. You're practically non-existent in this house anyway. You're so quiet even when you're around. Anyway, I have to go. Do not buy anything expensive again today. Do you understand?
Okay. I promise I won't.
Can you buy milk on your way home? We need 2 bottles.
Can I get it at the market near the station? It's a bit expensive there, but it'll be much faster.
No way! You have to go to the big market in town. It's so much cheaper there. The one near the station is for rich people.
I'm going to be quite late tonight. I really prefer not to go all the way into town for a few dimes.
Oh, well, why are you going to be so late? Do you have some kind of task that needs to be completed tonight?
No, it's not work. I got a call from the police today. They want me to come in for an interview.
What? Police?
Yeah, I have to go in after work. I don't think I'll be too late, but I might not make it to dinner, so please don't wait for me. I don't want Danny to get cranky because he's hungry.
Wait, why does the police want to talk to you? What is this about?
I don't really know what it is, but they said they have a few questions regarding their recent investigation which may be related to me. I guess I'll find out the details when I get there.
An investigation that you might be related to? What the hell, Brian? What did you do?
Nothing. I haven't done anything wrong.
Why would they call you in for an interview then? Are you involved in some kind of crime?
Calm down, Sylvia. I swear I'm not involved in anything. I'm sure this is not about me, at least. Perhaps it's about someone I know. Honestly, I have no idea why they need my help. The police is gathering information about something. So if they need my help, I must go and do my duty. Especially because I have nothing to hide.
Still, why you? Wait, does this have something to do with the man who's been loitering around the neighborhood recently?
No idea. I hope they don't think the loiterer is me.
What if they do?
You don't think that's me, do you? Because it most definitely is not.
I heard that he went up to talk to a little boy playing in the driveway. It totally freaked all the other moms out. The neighborhood has been on high alert since.
I would never do anything like that. Besides, people know who I am around our neighborhood.
Do they, though? You're such an introvert. No one's ever seen you outside. Brian, it better not be you. I would be totally grossed out if it were. I mean, you have a kid of your own. This is sick.
Sylvia, what the hell? I'm telling you I have nothing to do with any of it, I swear. I don't understand why you would think it's me. You know. I'm not the kind of guy to scare a child like that.
Well, then why on earth would the police want to speak to you? It doesn't make any sense. You must have done something.
I said I don't know anything. I'll find out what it is tonight. Please, stop scaring me like that.
I'm the one scaring you? You're scaring me. I mean, there's no smoke without fire. They must be suspicious of you or something. What have you done, Brian? Can't you think of anything?
Stop it, Sylvia, I mean it. Like I said, they told me they had a few things they want to ask me. I'm sure they're after someone else, not me. It can't be me because I haven't done anything wrong. We'll find out in no time, but I'm sure it's nothing. Whatever they want to talk about, the police will understand that I have nothing to do with it once I tell them what I can.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I bet you did do something.
Hey, why are you being like that? Why can't you trust me? I wouldn't have told you I got called in if I had something to be shameful of in the first place, would I? Have some faith in me, please.
I don't know what to believe. They could have asked you things on the phone, but they want you inside their station. That sounds pretty suspicious to me. Besides, it's not only about you actually doing something or not. What if my friends find out that you got called in? That would ruin my reputation. How could you do something like that to your hard-working wife?
You are being silly. None of this is going to ruin your reputation because I'm 100% innocent. You have to believe me. I have nothing to be ashamed of, and I stand by it.
All you do is cause trouble, Brian. I hate it that you always drag me down. I don't want any drama. Do you understand?
I do. And I won't because I'm innocent. Hey, I just got out of the police station. I'm on my way home now. I'll stop by to get milk on the way.
No, don't. In fact, you don't ever need to come home again.
Huh?
I will get rid of all your stuff. You're not welcomed anymore.
Come again? What the hell are you talking about? Why are you kicking me out?
Because we are getting a divorce.
Why?
Why? You know why. I can't be with someone who gets questioned by the police. You're going to ruin everything I work for. So stay away from me, you criminal.
Criminal? Seriously, Sylvia.
Of course I'm serious. I'm kicking you out. I will take care of Danny on my own. It's what I've been doing all these years anyway.
What? Why me, though? Where am I supposed to go, huh?
Why the hell should I care about where you go? Wherever it is, it'll be a short stay anyway, won't it? Because you're going to end up in jail soon.
You're still convincing yourself that I did something wrong, just because the police wanted to talk to me.
Like I said, there's no smoke without fire. You're an embarrassment to your family. If we stay any longer with you, you will be a horrible influence to our son. I'm never letting you see him again. I will tell Danny that he never had a father.
All right, hold it there. You haven't even asked me why the police wanted to talk to me. I've been telling you repeatedly that I've done nothing wrong. You were jumping to conclusions, and it's a bad one.
You liar! I don't want to know what you did. Do not involve me in your stupid drama. All I know is that an innocent person would not have been questioned by the police. I mean, they wanted you inside. I'm so shocked that they would let you go so quickly. Regardless of what it is that you did, I refuse to be associated with a man who has to bring his own sorry ass to the police station.
Enough, Sylvia. I know exactly why you're trying to make me the criminal. It's because you're trying to shift attention away from yourself. But you're not shifting anything. The only criminal in our house is you.
What?
Why do you think the police wanted to talk to me? It sure wasn't about the loiterer you tried to make me. I asked them about that and they told me the man already got busted a while ago.
Well, what was it then?
They wanted to ask me about a serial theft that's been going on for months now around the entire city.
Theft?
Yeah. Some thief steals vehicles like bicycles and kickboards. But they're not taken off the streets, they're stolen from people's property. And the thief makes money selling the items online. I got called in because the IP address was pointing back to my PC.
So then I was right. They called you in because they found out you did it.
Quit playing dumb. I know you've been using the PC I gave you last year. I only use my PC from work. I don't even own one at home. They also asked me about our family account and why we've been receiving money from online selling services these couple of months. I had no clue because I let you manage that account. I can't believe you used the account we created as a family.
Brian, you don't actually think I've done any of those things, do you? Because it wasn't me.
Well then, who else?
How the hell would I know?
Sylvia, at least be honest, please. It's the only thing you can do now. The police will take your PC and will find out when and where you have used it. You can't try to accuse me for it because I have an alibi of working at my office. They're going to find out all the details in no time.
So what? You just gave me in?
There's no point in doing that because I think they already know.
What did you tell them?
I only answered their questions, but I didn't lie about giving you my PC or letting you handle the family account.
Did they specifically ask about me? Did they seem sure that I was guilty?
They didn't mention you until I did. I could sense that they were waiting for me to talk about you. I think they already have an idea that you've done it.
What? Oh my god.
I'm such a fool for not realizing sooner. So you've made money off of stolen goods. Do you even realize what you've done? You cross so many lines. It's one of the worst things you can do as a human being.
I didn't realize those things belonged to anyone. I mean, they were just lying around in someone's yard. I was being environmentally friendly for picking up trash. It's recycling, you see?
No, I don't see it at all. Normal people don't walk into someone's property and take their things without asking. Regardless of whether it looks like trash or not, that is. I mean, seriously, what kind of excuse is that? You were recycling. Don't make me laugh.
I took it from rich people. They would have just bought a brand new one. I'm sure it's nothing for them.
You deliberately took it from rich people because you hoped they wouldn't mind losing something. Sylvia, you are unbelievable. And I let you call me a criminal. You disgust me.
Do you think the police will come after me? Are they going to indict me?
Of course they're coming after you. And you will be prosecuted for sure. Why on earth wouldn't you be? You're a thief.
No, this can't be happening to me. What am I going to do? How am I supposed to live?
Not my problem. What you have done is a crime and you will not be getting away with it. All you can do is pay for what you have done in jail.
Jail? No. I can't go to jail. It will ruin me. If I go to jail, I will lose everything. Even if it's a short time, I won't have anything or anyone left.
That's right. You will lose everything, including your job. So once you do time, we have to look for a new one. Do you think the company will find out about what I did? Duh. Of course they will. You won't even have a reputation anymore. I'm sure you'll have a hard time searching for a new job too, because no one wants to hire a criminal like you. It's too bad.
Brian, help me, please. What should I do? There has to be a way to avoid an arrest. I don't want to go to jail.
Honestly, don't do anything. The least you can do is turn yourself in. Be truthful for once, for Danny. There is nothing more. Surely you can do it for your son, can't you?
But, Brian, that would mean the end of my life.
You put yourself in this situation. You have to face what you have done now. Hey, I just got home. Where are you? Why is Danny home by himself? Did you leave to go to the police station? Have you gone to turn yourself in?
No.
How did I know? Where the hell are you? Thankfully, Danny was asleep, so he's safe, but you shouldn't have left him on his own. How long's it been since you left?
I don't know.
Don't tell me you're on the run.
I don't know. I don't know where I am right now.
What do you mean? Why are you running?
No, I'm not running. I just panicked, okay? I'm scared. The thought of the police knocking on my door any minute made me sick to my stomach. I couldn't stand it. I was in my car driving before I knew it. Now I don't know where I am.
Yeah, that's called running. Cut it out, now. Find the closest police station and just turn yourself in. Seriously, are you not sorry for what you've done at all? You need to pay for your sins. Things will get a lot worse if you don't do it now.
I will pay for my sins, I swear. I just need some time. I will turn myself in once I calm myself down. Just give me a break, won't you?
A break? The victims of your stealing didn't get any break, did they? Go to the police, Sylvia. Now.
I said I will go later.
Tell me where you are.
Why? Will you help me? Are you going to pick me up?
No, I'm going to call the police myself and tell them where you are.
How could you be so cold? You want me locked up that bad?
You committed a crime. You're getting locked up for what you did, not because I called the police. I refuse to help you get away.
I told you I will go to the police when I'm ready. I'm not running.
What you're doing right now is running, Sylvia. I've never been so disappointed in anyone this much. Don't let me down any further, please.
I'm sorry. I'm just scared. I didn't think I would get caught. I wasn't ready for any of this. Please, just give me some time to pull myself together.
Funny, you tried to kick me out of the house when I got called in by the police. You didn't give me time. You wanted me out in a heartbeat. So why should anyone wait for you? You are being ridiculously selfish. By the way, we are getting a divorce, of course. I can't be associated with a person like you anymore.
What? No, please don't say that.
You committed a crime, and on top of that, you're running from it. There's no way I can stay married to you. For Danny, either. We are getting a divorce. End of discussion.
Please don't abandon me. You and Danny are all I have left.
Oh, but you're such a bad influence to Danny. I mean, you said that I was for just getting called in by the police. So you can imagine the kind of influence a real criminal would have on him, right? It's all right, though. Danny is too young to remember you. He might miss you for a couple of days, but then he'd completely forget who you are. I, of course, would too. In fact, I've lost all feelings for you the moment I realized what you have done.
You don't love me anymore? Is that what you're saying? Please say that's not true. You're my husband. I know deep down you want to save me.
No, I really don't. I do not love you at all. All I feel is shame, and I feel horrible for the people you took from. But that's it. Nothing else.
Brian, I'm about to lose everything. I'm your son's mother. You have to help me. I will lose all my friends. I know they like me because I was the ideal wife and mom. No one will ever talk to me again if I get arrested.
That's what happens when you commit a crime. I don't know why you didn't know that. You never should have stolen people's belongings in the first place. But now that you did, no one will ever trust you with anything, including me. You will never be able to gain my trust.
I can't believe this is happening to me. I'm popular. People love me. Please make it stop.
You know I can't. You'll no longer be popular. In fact, people will never look at you the same. You're an embarrassment to the whole family. Because of you, Danny and I also have to live our lives being embarrassed of you. You're such a disgrace.
I was trying to make money for Danny. I wasn't being selfish.
For Danny? All you did was ruin his reputation along with yours. He has to live as the son of a criminal for the rest of his life. You only made his life more difficult.
I'm young, aren't I? I'll be able to get back on my feet eventually. Just because I might go to jail, it won't kill me, will it?
I don't know. But you can pray that it won't. But you'll have a hard time finding a decent job, and you'll be so embarrassed every time someone finds out what you did in the past. You will never be able to walk tall again. But like I said, you brought this upon yourself. You can deal with your embarrassing life on your own. Do not involve me or Danny in it.
No, I never thought things turned out like this. I never meant for any of this to happen.
It doesn't matter what you meant. It happened, and you can't undo it anymore. Now go to the police and deal with your problem. I can't help you with anything. You have to carry your own burden.
Why are you so mean? This is not my fault. You played your part too. I was pressured to make money because you have only stupid, low-paying job. I made the kind of money that you couldn't. You were able to have a decent life because of me.
You've become so greedy on your own. You probably didn't even realize that I kept a modest lifestyle, even after you started to make more money than me. I didn't spend it on clothes or luxury items like you did. In fact, I saved as much as I could.
What? No, that's not true. You took advantage of my earrings too.
I didn't. Don't you remember? You didn't let me even if I wanted to. You got pissed off because I brought meat that was a couple of dollars more expensive than usual. You told me I wasn't allowed to splurge on anything. I never went out to have lunch with my colleagues. I worked off of one hot dog every day, you know?
Well, I was just trying to save more money so that we have security as a family.
Yeah, right. You enjoyed your lunch with friends at extravagant restaurants every day. Don't think I don't know. You are a greedy person, and you're going to jail because you let your greed take over.
Brian, please, don't abandon me. I can't live without you. You're the only person that matters to me. Save me, please.
Well, you just don't give up, do you? I will not budge to your bad acting anymore. And you can't try to make me feel sorry for you, because I will never feel that way towards a criminal.
Stop calling me that. I hate how it sounds. It's so mean.
Well, you better get used to it quickly, because that's what you are. Why can't you understand that? You keep feeling sorry for yourself when you were the one who hurt people. Please, don't make me feel ashamed of you, more than I already do.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Why did you steal? A child would understand that stealing is bad. Why, Sylvia?
I was selling items I bought at thrift stores at first, but I wasn't making much. So I thought if I was able to sell better items, I could make more money, and that it would be even better if I could get those items for free. That's when I saw a brand new kickboard lying around on someone's driveway. They had left it there like it wasn't important. So I took it and made lots of money off of it. I felt so powerful once I started making money that I lost control.
So I was right. You let your greed take over you. You should go to the police now and tell them that. I'm sure they'd appreciate your honesty, for once.
Okay, I will go, but will you come with me? I can't do this on my own. I'm so scared.
What? You need me to come with you? You're kidding me, right? You are an adult. Have some decency and pull yourself together. As much as I hate it, you are Danny's mother, so suck it up and stop embarrassing him. Sylvia never turned herself in. She was wandering around the streets at night in another town when the police found her and made an arrest. Through the investigation, the police found out that Sylvia had been stealing items off of people's properties for over a year. Since she was involved in so many cases and had repeated her crimes over and over again, she was sentenced to a year in prison. As her ex-husband, I feel responsible for not realizing her crimes and feel horrible for the people she stole from. Our divorce was finalized while she was serving time in jail. As soon as she was arrested, Danny and I moved out of the house we used to live in, as a family. It was impossible to stay in the neighborhood where everybody knew what Sylvia did, so I moved near my parents for Danny's sake. He gets plenty of attention from his grandparents while I work, and seems very happy about his new life, although he will not be seeing his mother anytime soon. If he ever decides he does want to meet his mum, I'll leave it up to him. But for now, I intend to keep him away from her, especially because there's no guarantee that she won't steal again. I don't know how she's dealing with her crime nowadays, but I hope she feels remorse and that she'll never make the same mistake again.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey, Letitia. I really appreciate you coming to see me at the hospital earlier. I feel so much better after seeing you.
You don't have to thank me, silly. You're my husband. Of course I'm gonna visit you in the hospital. Anyway, you'll be getting discharged before long, right? It made sense for me to pick up some of your stuff, so we're not left dragging everything back to the house in one go.
Sure, you say that, but you've been to see me every single day without fail since I got admitted, right? I'm super grateful, but you really don't have to come if it's ever too much hassle or if you want a day off.
Like I already told you a million times over, honey pie, you don't have to worry about me one bit. If anything, I'd feel worse by staying at home. I'm on my own in that big old house after all. Going to the hospital means I get to see you. I'm much happier that way.
I'm really happy to hear you say that, babe. You're my rock. But I can't deny I feel like I'm causing you a huge inconvenience. Sorry I'm so sick all the time.
You worry too much, Matt. You do realize all the anxiety is gonna slow down your recovery, right? Take a few deep breaths and chill out for me, okay?
You saying that makes me feel like a real pansy. But you're right. We'll all be back at square one if my illness comes back before I get discharged.
Right? And while you may be getting discharged, that doesn't mean you made a full recovery yet.
Yeah, right. They've told me I still have to carry on visiting the doctor every week for checkups after I get out. Actually, they said I'll have to keep visiting for checkups for the rest of my life.
Well, life isn't that all more of a reason to prioritize yourself and your own needs right now. I'll never be able to relax if I'm thinking about you fretting about me from your hospital bed.
You're right. I'm sorry, babe. To tell you the truth, I had a message from the boss about work. I think it must have gotten to me a little.
About work? What was it, sweetie? He did guarantee your salary would be covered for the duration of your hospital stay, right?
Yeah, that hasn't changed. But like you just said, it's not like I've made a complete recovery, right? My condition is bound to have at least somewhat of an impact on my work performance going forward.
I mean, yeah, sure. I guess it is. Will that be a problem for the company? Your boss wouldn't fire you or anything, right?
Thankfully, I won't be getting fired. I think it's actually pretty unusual to lose your job over illness these days. If anything, employers have to tiptoe around the issue due to the threat of lawsuits and media campaigns. And fortunately, I'll be getting discharged and blowing this joint real soon.
That's true. So anyway, are you gonna get to it? The suspense is killing me here. What did he say?
I'm not gonna get fired, but it'd be naive to think my condition wasn't gonna have at least some impact on what I'm able to contribute to the company. I won't be able to carry on pulling in the same numbers as I have been until now, after I go back. Business as usual ain't on the table. Which is why he said it's unrealistic for the company to keep my employment status the same as it was until I got sick. He said I should prepare myself for a department change when I go back.
A department change? Does that mean your work environment will be pretty different to the one you've spent all these years getting used to?
Yeah, it means the contents of my job description and the work that entails on a day-to-day basis will be pretty different. He said he made the decision with an emphasis on reducing the physical burden on my body. So I think they're doing this out of consideration for me. However, in proportion to my job getting easier, my salary will, well, you know.
They'll be reducing your salary?
Yeah, even still, it's not the end of the world. We'll still be able to get by. That I'm certain. But I do think it'll be difficult to maintain the same standard of living we've had all this time. Which is why I'm considering finding a new job.
A new job? But you worked so hard to get a spot with these guys. You work for one of the world's most prestigious companies, Matt. Is this really a good idea?
Sure, but what good is working for a famous company if it's not reflected in my monthly take-home? Anyway, I've already found something that looks pretty promising. They seem to understand my current situation and are willing to accept the physical limitations I'm dealing with. To be honest with you, it doesn't look bad at all. What do you think, babe?
If you think it's what's best, then I support you. I respect your opinion and know you wouldn't take on a decision like this without considering this ins and outs of it thoroughly and carefully first.
Really? Thanks, babe. This is why you're my rock.
That said, there are some good aspects to working at your current company, right? I just hope you'll take that into consideration when you finally decide on something. You have time to do that, right? I hope you wouldn't be so hasty as to rush to a conclusion with something like this.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna have a long, hard think about it. You give me the strength to keep fighting, Letitia. Thank you so much.
I'm your wife, silly Billy. It's the least I can do. Anyway, sorry, sweetie. I'm heading out for a spot of grocery shopping soon, so I'll have to shoot now.
Got it. Take care on the way. Hey, Letitia. Is now a good time? I need to talk to you about something.
Sure, I'm not too busy right now. What is it?
Listen, babe. The thing is, I spoke to someone from work today. I've reached a decision on where to go from here. I did mean to tell you this when you came to visit me. Do you have some kind of urgent business today or something?
Oh, my bad, sweetie. I totally forgot to message you. I'm sorry. I went out with a friend today. Sorry I couldn't come to see you in the hospital.
No, it's fine. It's not like I'm upset with you or anything. If anything, I'm kind of pleased. I felt guilty about you spending so much of your time coming to see me. I've been thinking it'd do you some good to take time off for a while now. Did you and your friend have fun?
Yeah, I feel like letting my hair down and chilling out with her pushed my reset button. Anyway, when you say you spoke to someone from work, you mean about your future at the company, right? Did you decide to go back to them and accept the department change after all?
No, I decided to quit the company.
Wait, you did what?
Oh, just like I explained earlier. I was set for a major change in my working conditions, namely my pay, if I went back, which means if I can, it makes more sense to switch to a company where my salary is the same as what I've been receiving until now, right? Well, it just so happens that this new company seems reliable, and thinking about our lifestyle and financial situation, this option makes a lot more sense.
No, just hold on a second. What the hell? Are you seriously switching companies?
You said you'd support me before, right? Knowing I could count on you to have my back was a big part of what swayed my decision in the end. Thanks a lot, babe. I mean it.
No. Are you being serious? You're actually switching jobs? I can't freaking believe this. You work for one of the most prestigious companies in the world. How could you willfully throw that away? Have you lost your mind?
Letitia, reason with me for a sec here. You're the one who's been telling me you want kids for ages, right? How can I accept a pay cut of the kind my boss was pitching to me, while thinking about the prospect of us having kids one day? Sure, it's inevitable, there'll be some risk involved, switching companies is a major life decision and all, but I figured it'd be smartest to make this decision now, while I have some savings in the bank to rely on. Anyway, what's gotten into you? You seem, I don't know, kinda weird?
I do not seem kinda weird. Whose damn hacking fault do you think it is that I'm losing my mind here? I can't believe you'd do this to me. Ugh!
I explained my reasoning back when I first told you I was considering the switch, and you agreed with me. I'm seriously confused. What happened between now and then to make you react so differently? Seriously, babe, what's gotten into you? Is everything okay?
Since you've gone and done this, let me make one thing crystal clear to you. The only reason I married you is because you worked at a famous major company.
What? Wait, what? Is my phone bugging out? This can't be real.
Obviously, do you seriously think I'd ever marry a dull, boring, mediocre, unimpressive wet noodle of a man like you if you didn't work for that company?
I get it. You're screwing me around. This is a joke, right?
Like hell it is. I can't believe it. To think I finally had a stable, comfortable lifestyle. I got to go on vacations. I got to buy nice clothes. I got to eat at nice restaurants. What the hell is this? You think falling sick gives you the right to quit your damn job? What were you thinking? Why in God's name would a man of your ripe old age willfully decide to become unemployed? Give me a freaking break.
Ripe old age? I'm 36, Letitia. Unemployed? I told you I found a new company to work for already.
Well then, tell me, Matt, are they as famous as well known as your old one? Will my friends know who they are?
The hell? Does that matter? Look, Letitia, to answer your question, wait, why is that important? They've promised to match my old salary and provide me with all the benefits I enjoyed at my old company, so who cares if your friends have heard of them or not? I've actually been discussing this with them for months now. We're in regular contact. And while they may not be the most famous company in the world, they're an old, well-established brand in the industry. I'm telling you, babe, it's a safe bet. What does it matter if they're famous?
Are you even listening to me? I told you the only reason I married you in the first place is because you work for a famous company. I did not marry a man who worked for some Medicare company no one had ever heard of.
Just what the hell am I to you?
I thought you were a kind man who worked for a famous company. That's why I went out of my way to continue being the doting wife and visiting you in the hospital even after you got sick. But now, you're just some jobless loser. Make no mistake, I will not be letting a jobless loser like you into this house.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm getting discharged tomorrow.
So what? Without a position at a famous company, you no longer have any value to me. I can't be married to a worthless loser brokey like you. So you better not bother coming home. Goodbye.
No. Just hold on a second. Hey, Letitia. Letitia, I just got discharged from hospital. I'm gonna head back to my parents' house for the time being.
Congrats on the discharge. I didn't even ask for any updates on your life, though. I have no interest in you anymore.
I take it that means you're serious about everything you said before then.
Of course I was. Why the heck would you need further confirmation? I made it abundantly clear how I feel about you, doofus.
Fine. Got it. If that's how it is, I have nothing more to say to you either. I want a divorce.
Fine by me. In fact, fantastic. If I'd have known what a disappointing failure you were gonna turn out to be, I would have divorced you back when you got your diagnosis.
You're a real charmer. Anyway, if we agreed on the divorce, we'll have to discuss how exactly we're gonna do this. Can you make some time?
What do you mean how we're gonna do this? I'll tell you exactly how we're gonna do this. We're gonna sign the divorce papers and go our separate ways. Simple. What exactly do I need to make time to discuss with likes of you? I have better things to do.
Don't be naive, Letitia. We have to discuss how our assets are going to be distributed and what to do with the house. We don't necessarily have to meet in person and talk face to face if you don't want to, but we can't move things forward if we don't iron these things out first.
Wait a second. What do you mean by what to do with the house? I'll naturally be getting the house, right? Why do you think I kicked you out of it in the first place?
How can you one-sidedly make that decision without even discussing things with me first? You take arrogance to a whole new level. Quit being so selfish and reason with me for once.
I looked after you when you were lying sick in a hospital bed. If you didn't get sick, none of this would be happening.
What's your point?
Your only reason for existing on this earth is to provide for me financially, which means you could at least give me the house by way of apology for your despicable behavior. If I don't get the house, what the heck was this whole thing for?
Are you being serious right now? I was starting to suspect you might have some kind of personality disorder, but now I think you might actually need professional help.
Quit giving me attitude, you worthless heap of crap. Of course I'm being serious. You've got some nerve to quit your job and expect the privilege of keeping the house? You do understand that now you don't work for a famous company anymore. Giving me that house is the only reason you have to live, right?
This house belongs to me. You have no right to say any of this crap to me.
What's wrong with my asserting my right to our shared assets? Wake up and smell the coffee, turd brain. We're married. If you're not willing to hand over the house, are you at least gonna give me enough compensation to make up for it? What am I saying? I doubt you're even capable.
Compensation? Are you joking?
You quit your job and became an unemployed loser without my permission. Which makes me a victim. If you don't want to pay me compensation, then shut the hell up and give me the house.
Oh, I see. Oh, you're right. I can't afford to be paying you compensation right now.
I knew it. Then quit your goddamn whining and hand over the house. Think of it as a good faith gesture to pay me back for all the time I wasted looking after your useless ass in the hospital. Do we have an agreement? Will the house be mine?
That's what you want. Then I guess you're free to do as you please.
Thank you. In that case, this conversation is now over. Goodbye, loser. Hey, asshole. What's the hell going on?
I should be asking you that. Why are you messaging me again? Did something happen?
Don't play dumb with me, jerk. Some workmen showed up saying they're here to demolish the house. What did you do?
Oh, wait a sec. Was that today? Huh, my bad. I must have forgotten to tell you. I had no money after quitting my job, so I sold the land. Which is why I think it'd be best if you got out of that house as fast as possible.
What? What the hell are you talking about? This house belongs to me. Who the hell do you think you are? You have no right to do this to me.
No. Who the hell do you think you are, Letitia? That house belonged to me since before we even met. I was well within my rights to do whatever I wanted with it.
What? But I thought it was part of our shared assets as a married couple. To think you had the gall to sell the freaking land it's built on without even telling me? I'll have you in court for this, asshole. Mark my words.
You thought the house was part of our shared assets. You serious? Quit screwing around. I brought that house way before we got married. You're nuts if you think you had any right to it.
Huh? Are you joking me?
You're messaging me from a house that's about to get demolished. Do you really think I'd joke at a time like this? Did you forget that I brought the house before we met? It was way cheaper than I expected, so I didn't even have to borrow anything from my mom and dad. The whole house and even the land it was built on belonged totally to me.
Even if that's true, you're the one who said I could have it.
Actually, I'm not so sure that's how it went down. I just said you're free to do as you please.
This bullcrap ain't gonna wash with me, asshole. I can't believe how much you've screwed me over.
How have I screwed you over?
You got sick and quit your job without my permission, then you repay my kindness for looking after you while you were in the hospital by having my goddamn house demolished? How is that not screwing me over? God, you're so petty and small-minded. Have you no shame?
What is there to be ashamed about? It's not like I chose to get ill. And I explained my reasons for leaving the company in explicit detail long in advance of stepping down. What's more, you appeared to agree to it all at the time, at least superficially.
I was only trying to be polite. You were so mentally fragile that I thought the stress of me discreeting you might make your illness come back. I can't believe you're so stupid you actually thought I was being serious.
In that case, I guess I do share some responsibility for not being able to see through your dishonesty. But still, I made sure to secure myself a new job before leaving, out of consideration for our future. You're the one who tossed me aside like a piece of garbage the moment you realized my new company wasn't famous. I struggle to see how that makes this my fault.
So that's why you're doing this? You're so despicable. I feel sick just thinking about you. This is precisely why I decided to wash my hands off you.
I heard you went out to dinner with one of my coworkers while I was in hospital.
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
Me and Vince have always gotten along. He told me about how you kept making these weird sexual advances towards him. Guess you wanted to have a backup guy waiting in the wings in case things with me and you didn't pan out. To think you were actually laying the groundwork for your next relationship before we even divorced.
No. All we did was go out for dinner.
You think rubbing Vince's leg and saying, "The sausage here looks delicious," before winking at him and inviting him to a hotel is normal dinner time behavior. No, your table manners are atrocious. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Own what you did, coward. My sources tell me he wasn't the only guy you were making advances against. Unfortunately for you, every single one of them rejected you, didn't they?
Your coworkers have no taste in women. They wouldn't have turned me down if they did.
No, I'm pretty sure they would have to be crazy to have an affair with their coworker's wife. Which begs the question, which one of us should really be ashamed?
If we get down to the meat and potatoes of why this really happened, it's all your fault for quitting your job and switching to a nameless company for Medicare loser. Not only that, but to be unemployed until starting at the new place, you have no right to complain at me about anything.
Oh, the company. Sure, they're not as well as the old one, but you have heard of them. They often run commercials on TV.
Huh?
Besides, they promised to match my salary and working conditions at the old place, knowing full well that I've been in and out of hospital for the last few months, and that my working capacity is limited in certain areas. You can't seriously think a small or medium-sized company can afford to make an offer that generous.
But you never said anything about any of this before.
I tried to tell you, but thankfully you showed me your true colors before I got the chance. They've actually been trying to headhunt me for a while now. This time I decided to take them up on their offer, which is why even through the lens of your shallow, superficial view of the world, my value hasn't changed one bit.
You should have told me this before. Listen, fine. I'm willing to forget about the divorce. That's what you want, right, Matt? Right?
What? No way. I'm not some fashion accessory for you to parade around and brag to your friends about. Not only did I realize what a vapid, materialistic gold digger you are, but you also tried to cheat on me, which means you'll be paying me compensation.
No, wait, please. I was in the wrong. I'm sorry. Will you rethink this for me, please? Think about it. It's not often you find a girl so selflessly devoted to serving you as I was, right? Right? There's still a chance for us to survive this, sweetie.
How about you forget any notion of our relationship surviving and focus on surviving the wrecking ball that's soon to come swinging through the house you're currently trespassing in? You said it yourself. I no longer have any value to you, and you don't need me. It just so happens I feel the exact same about you. That obviously means I see no value or meaning in patching things up with you. Now hurry up, move your gold-digging ass before you get demolished along with that house. After shaking off the desperate pleas of a panic-stricken Letitia, the divorce went through without a hitch. The fact that she so sordidly and despicably tried to cheat on me while I lie sick in a hospital bed was deemed by the judge to have contributed to significant emotional distress on my part, and I was awarded compensation. While she didn't actually end up engaging in infidelity, her behavior was deemed to have been the cause of the breakdown of the marriage. The truth is, I only ever mentioned compensation to scare her as revenge for the way she treated me, so I very kindly and magnanimously decided not to ask for much in the end. But still, even though the amount was small, I'm happy she had to pay me something. It's about the principle, you know. As for Letitia herself, after losing her home and paying me my compensation, she had no choice but to move back in with her mom and dad. She did her best to hide the truth of what she had done, but unfortunately for her, her parents showed up to watch the divorce proceedings and found out everything. They were so disgusted by their daughter's conduct, they imposed a strict work regimen on the family farm on her as punishment. Somehow, Letitia being forced to shovel dung seems like the perfect end to this story. Other than her parents, she doesn't have a soul in the world to rely on, which means that at least for the foreseeable, she's stuck there. As for me, I started work at the new company a little while after my discharge. I might not be able to keep up with the same workload as I was before I fell sick, but I'm doing my best to show them how grateful I am for the chance they've given me at a fresh start. And you know what? I think it's paying off. I get along great with my new boss and coworkers, and feel super accepted and welcome here. Life is good, and I don't know why, but I have a feeling it's gonna get even better. We've all heard the phrase, never judge a book by its cover, but Letitia really taught me the importance of knowing people for who they really are, and not making hasty judgments based on who they appear to be on the surface. Don't be a Letitia, guys. Peace.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Olivia, it's already 9 p.m. Why are you still not at home? What's going on?
Sorry, I'll be stopping at my folks' house tonight, sweetie.
Again? You've been sleeping away from the house an awful lot lately.
Sure, I might not have been home much, but it's not like I'm up to anything crazy. It's just my folks' house, babe. Jeez. What's the problem with that? I already promised them I'd rustle them up something for breakfast for tomorrow, so I can hardly go canceling on them now. Imagine how upset they'd be. My folks have done so much for me. It's about time I repaid the favor, you know?
I guess it's important to show your mom and dad you appreciate them every now and again.
Right? Why don't you ever go see your folks, Harry?
That'd only treat me like I was in the way if I did.
I'm sure they wouldn't complain if you gave them a hand with the housework.
Forget my mom and dad's place. I have enough on my plate keeping on top of the housework at our house. Olivia, you went out without washing the dishes after last night's dinner, didn't you?
Oopsie. Did I? My bad, sweetie. I was planning on doing them, but it totally slipped my mind. Teehee. I'm so silly sometimes.
I do housework myself too, and it's not like I'm some Stone Age knuckle dragger who thinks only women should do housework, so not angry or anything. But haven't you been slacking off a little too much lately? I don't ask you to do much, but it feels like you haven't been helping out at all.
Really? I did vacuum the corner of the living room the other day. Plus, I even did the laundry yesterday.
You vacuumed the other day. That was 2 months ago. And if you did the laundry yesterday, how come your clothes are scattered all over the floor in the living room? You haven't been walking Spike at all either. His kennel and dog bowl are filthy. I feel like I'm doing literally everything by myself here.
That's hardly my fault. That dog always did like you more than me.
What does that have to do with anything? He was your dog in the first place. Don't get me wrong, I love animals, so it's not like I'm complaining. But I do wish you'd give him a little more attention instead of leaving everything to me.
Stop being so horrible. It's so not fair how I had him for 2 years before we even met. But the moment you walk into our lives, you suddenly become his favorite person in the whole world, and I never get a look in. I didn't think dogs played favorites. I feel betrayed.
He's not stupid. He probably noticed you barely pay him any attention anymore. So, it's not hard to believe he wouldn't be that enthusiastic about you, given how you are with him now. You act like he doesn't exist.
No, it's more likely 'cause you're a guy like him. I knew I should have bought a cat instead. I bet a cat wouldn't suddenly switch sides on me like this.
I think it's best you don't buy any more pets, Olivia. It's not fair on the animal if you're going to get bored after 5 minutes and stop paying attention to him.
Ugh, there's no need to talk to me like that. I'd look after Spike if he started being nice to me.
I don't think that's how having a pet works.
Oopsie, it's almost bath time. My mom will get mad with me if I stop her using the tub for too long.
Alright, got it. Send your mom and dad my regards. Tell them I'm sorry I haven't shown my face around there in a while.
It's fine, sweetie. My folks are super grateful for you. They're always praising you for being such a nice guy.
I'm pleased to hear that. Oh yeah, that reminds me. How about you and me both head over to your folks' place on my next day off? I was thinking it'd be nice if we took them out for dinner or something.
Don't be silly, sweetie. We don't have to do that. Besides, I already have a dinner date planned with one of my girlfriends.
I see. Alright. Well, I guess I'll make plans with my buddies myself then.
You do that, sweetie. It's your day off. Go ahead and enjoy it however you like. Alright, I'll be home tomorrow. See ya.
Got it. Be careful on the way home. Good night. Olivia, there's something I need to talk to you about. What time will you be getting home tonight?
Oopsie. Sorry, sweetie. I'll be stopping at my folks' place again tonight.
No, Olivia. And not this time. This is important. I want you to come home.
Huh? Harry, it takes over an hour to get home from my mom and dad's house. You cannot be serious right now.
I'm dead serious.
Can't we do it over message instead?
I need to talk to you in person. Plus, there's something I want to show you.
Show me? Like what?
No, like I just said. You know what? Forget it. Let's do this. Right here. Right now.
Why not just do that from the get-go? Ugh.
You're having an affair, aren't you?
Excuse me?
You've been acting strange for months now. You stay over at your folks' place more than you do here with me. Been neglecting your housework duties too.
Look, sweetie, about the housework, I'm sorry. Really, I am. It's just that I enjoy spending time with my folks. We're really close. Surely that's not a crime. I'm a stay-at-home housewife for crying out loud. I'd barely leave the house at all if not for being able to go see my mom and dad. So sometimes I need a refresher. So what? Is that so wrong?
Remember that fishing trip I went on with my buddy last month when I had those 3 days off in a row?
Yes.
We caught so many fish that we needed to load some off, so we ended up stopping by your folks' place on the way back, because I thought your mom could use them for her cooking. Pretty close by, so I figured it would be a win-win for everyone.
No way.
Yes way. Guess what? And they told me I should stop by with you sometime. Because, and I quote, Olivia hasn't shown her face around here in months. We really miss her.
Oh, well, you see, actually, sweetie, the thing is I lied about staying over at my folks' place. I was actually staying with my friend all along.
You dude?
No, she's a girl. It's my friend Haley.
Drop the act. I already looked into it all. I'm saying all of this right now because I have proof.
Proof?
Yeah, proof of you and your lover going out on romantic day trips. Proof of you constantly hanging around at his house. Proof of... You know what? Let's not even go there. The bottom line, Olivia, is that I know. So how about you drop the excuses and be straight with me for a change? I want a divorce.
No. Wait a second. Divorce? Are you serious?
Serious as it gets. I can't carry on living with someone who cheated on me. I'm not saying this out of some hasty emotional reaction. This is what I decided on after finding out about the affair. Thinking long and hard about what I want out of life and what I'm willing to tolerate.
I see.
Got it.
But just remember, you're the one who's initiating the divorce, Harry, not me. I hope you don't end up regretting it.
Don't worry, I definitely won't. As for the divorce proceedings, everything will be done through my lawyer.
Does that include compensation?
Yep.
Fine, I'll be in touch with my lawyer too then.
Do as you please.
Listen, sweetie, I'm sorry. I would have never guessed in a million years I'd end up catching feelings for anyone other than you. But to be totally honest, I can't lie about how I feel.
Save it. I ain't interested.
Well, just remember one thing. You're the one who caused this by forcing me to be a stay-at-home housewife.
Excuse me?
Think about it. I had nothing but free time on my hands. It was seriously boring.
The hell are you talking about? You're the one who said you wanted to focus on the household after we got married. I didn't force you to do jack.
But you were always better at housework than me. I didn't see any point in me being around when you had everything on lockdown.
What the heck? I was doing that to help. You know what? Forget it. It's all meaningless. Because we're done.
Let's be adults about this, shall we? Divorce isn't about who was in the wrong. But I think you'd be better off not going out of your day to do everything by yourself if you ever get married again. 'Cause you'll give your partner the wrong idea just like you did me.
What are we gonna do about Spike? Probably best I take him, right?
Obviously, I don't want a dog who hates me. Keep the furry little asshole. I'll be heading over to the house to pack up my stuff soon. I'll hand over the key to my lawyer when I'm done.
I'm done handing in the divorce papers.
Got it. Thanks for everything, sweetie. Now hurry up and forget me as soon as possible so you can get to work on building your new life and finding happiness again.
I don't need you to tell me that.
Oh, by the way, when will you be paying me my $350,000 in compensation?
Huh? What are you talking about? We already got done with the compensation stuff. Already got everything I wanted out of you. And I got no intention of paying a cent of it back.
Huh? I didn't pay you anything? What do you mean you got what you wanted out of me?
No, what do you mean? You're not making any sense, woman. I got the compensation from the affair from the distribution of assets. Our lawyers squared it all up for us. This is already done and dusted. And please, $350K? Are you pulling figures out of your ass, or you just lost your mind?
That's how much compensation you owe me.
Me? Owe you compensation? How do you figure that one out? On what planet could I possibly owe you compensation after you cheated on me?
What?
Listen, Olivia. The one who cheats pays the compensation. That's how divorces work.
You mean the money got taken from my assets?
Yeah, exactly. So this is over.
But how am I supposed to get by now? I needed that money. You divorced me when I was a stay-at-home wife for crying out loud. I didn't make a single cent the whole time we were together. Surely that means you owe me compensation.
Olivia, seriously, what are you actually talking about here? I genuinely have no idea what you're getting at. I have no obligation to pay you a single cent in compensation.
So how am I supposed to live now? I don't have a job.
So get one and start making money. It ain't my problem. Or if the idea of working is so unconscionable, get a lover boy to feed, house, and clothe ya.
What?
No, it should be me who's surprised. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I think this might have been what my lawyer was talking about the other day. Hang on a sec. Let me send you a message. Mr. Stiles, your ex-wife keeps sending me these odd messages asking when she'll be receiving her compensation from you.
Well, duh. Of course I asked him. And when I did, he told me I was the one who'd be paying.
Right. Which you then agreed to and signed the divorce agreement, did you not?
Sure, I might have signed it, but I didn't understand what I was agreeing to. Surely you didn't actually expect me to read all that crap. It was like 3 pages long. I couldn't be doing with the hassle, and besides, even if I did have any objections, your lawyer's such a pig-headed jerk. He wouldn't have listened if I said anything anyway. But I'm entitled to compensation, aren't I? Because it was you who wanted this divorce in the first place.
I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall here. Hold on a sec. Can we just be clear that you understand that you're the one who pays me compensation in this situation?
I did hear that you have to pay compensation when you get a divorce, but I had no idea they'd subtract it from my assets without my permission.
That's only because you weren't listening when everything was explained. Believe me, it was explained several times, in fact. So, did you mishear our lawyers or something? Is that why you thought you'd be the one getting compensation?
No, I thought the one who kicked off the divorce was the one who paid. If you didn't, I'd end up broken, homeless in a heartbeat. How can that be legal? I heard that when my aunt got divorced, she was something like 350,000 K in compensation from her husband. So I figured that's what I deserve too.
There are so many holes in what you're saying, I don't even know where to start. Everything finally makes sense now, though. So this is why you've been so cocky and arrogant since the divorce. You thought you'd be coming into a lump sum, didn't you? You really did make the mother of all misunderstandings.
What? Misunderstanding? What are you talking about?
I can't be bothered to explain. I doubt you'd understand. Anyway, why not try getting Loverboy to tell you? I filed for compensation against him, too. Something tells me he probably understands his situation a lot more than you do yours. So, he could probably teach you a thing or two about the gravity of the mess you're in.
Wait, Harry, you can't not pay me any compensation. That's fraud. I'll have you arrested. You will pay me what's mine. You're not getting away with this. Harry, what time will you be coming home?
Huh?
I'm waiting for you outside the house. I handed the keys back, so I can't get inside anymore.
Yeah, obviously. What are you talking about? You do know we're divorced now.
I'm so sorry.
What are you apologizing for?
I was in the wrong. I'm sorry I let that jerk deceive me.
Excuse me? Hold on a sec. Did Loverboy dump you?
No, I dumped him.
I see.
I had no choice. He told me we couldn't be together anymore. Not only that, but he called me an idiot. How could he do that after telling me he loved me more than anything? Isn't that horrible?
Wait, doesn't that mean he dumped you? Nah, forget it. Oh yeah, do you understand why the whole compensation thing went down the way it did? You do get that you won't be getting any compensation from me, don't you? Has the penny dropped?
Yes, Jeff explained everything. That's when he called me an idiot, then we started fighting, and before I knew it, well, you know what happened.
I see.
Harry, I really am sorry. I've been thinking about you all day, about how lovely, kind, and caring you are. When I realized how special you really were to me, I just couldn't contain myself anymore. I just had to come back to the house, our house, the place where we made so many amazing memories together.
You're a pain in the ass. Go home.
Ugh, how could you say that? I want to meet you in person and apologize properly.
I don't want to see you again for the rest of my life.
Well, I want to see you again. I want to see you and I want us to talk.
That's funny. You told me to speak to you over message when I desperately wanted to talk to you in person. Remember?
I'm sorry. I really am sorry, Harry. Like, super sorry.
All right. So you won't have any more affairs?
Never again, I swear. I'll be the most loyal wife there ever was. I'll serve your every need and desire. So please, can't we give things one more shot? Things were going well between us, weren't they? We didn't have any major fights and we were happy, weren't we?
Sure, until you cheated on me.
But like I said, I won't do that again. Not ever. I swear on my life, I'll never do anything to betray you ever again.
Do you really think I can trust anything you say now? You tried blaming me for the affair, for Christ's sake. Not only that, but you actually had the gall to think I was going to be the one paying you compensation when you were the one who betrayed me. I'm not exaggerating when I say this. That was the most moronic thing I'd ever heard in my life. I was grateful from the bottom of my heart that I had the good sense to break things off with you when you came at me with that crap.
Please, baby. Like I said, that was all a misunderstanding. I thought my situation was the same as my aunt's. That's all. But it turns out she divorced after being married for 40 years when her husband retired, and there was no affair involved.
Did you really think I wasn't going to see through the fact we're only having this conversation now because Loverboy jacked you in? You have no money, nowhere to go. I'm losing brain cells just by talking to you. This discussion is over. I don't want anything else to do with you for as long as I live. I mean it.
In that case, I want Spike back. I'm the one who bought him. He was mine before we met. He's part of my assets and he belongs to me.
You're the one who said you didn't want him. You obviously have no interest in looking after him.
Bingo, you're damn right. I have no intention of caring for the little shit.
What?
If you're so opposed to the idea of making me take custody of him, then I suggest you pay up. I'll settle for $7,000. So how about you pay me what's mine and we call it a good for day? If you don't pay up, I'll have you back in court.
Just when I thought you couldn't sink any lower. You really are scum. I ain't paying you jack. You signed the divorce agreement that declared me as Spike's legal owner.
What? It said that?
I can't believe you're using my dog to threaten me because things didn't work out with the guy you threw away our marriage for. You really are the most despicable excuse of a human being I've ever had the misfortune of existing on the same planet with. Every word you utter only strengthens my resolve that I made the best decision of my life when I divorced you.
No, Harry, please, just hold on a second. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it one bit. I don't know what came over me. I just saw red.
Too little too late.
I'm waiting for you, sweetie. I'll always be waiting for you. I'll wait outside our house for months if that's what it takes. Please, I'm begging you. Won't you just hear me out? 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all I ask for.
You're free to wait out there for as long as you like. I don't live there anymore. But if you're gonna hang around, just make sure you don't inconvenience any of the neighbors.
What? You moved house?
Yep.
To where? I seriously don't have anywhere to go.
Not my problem. We're divorced. You're on your own now. Go wherever you want.
I can't do this, Harry. I can't live on my own. Harry, won't you please help me? Please, please.
Why don't you find a job and look for someone who will let you camp out on their sofa? There are tons of ads for that sort of thing up online. You're bored of being a housewife anyway, right? Besides, me and you being together now would be meaningless. It's time for you to hurry up and forget me so you can get to work on building your new life and finding happiness again. After that, Olivia's situation plunged further into chaos, as she continued to be tossed around the pinball machine of life, from hotel to net cafe and from net cafe to park bench. Eventually, being completely broke and without a hope in hell of finding anyone else to put her up, she went back to her parents' house, a flaccid, dejected mess. However, unfortunately for her, her mom and dad told her that they never wanted to see her again, and no sooner had she arrived than she was sent back on her way. What's more, back when I got in touch with her lover about the compensation, he told me all about how my ex-wife had shown up at his house causing a huge fuss, eventually leaving him no choice but to call 911, never taken away in the back of a cop car. Naturally, none of this is my problem. He deserved everything he got for having an affair with a married woman in the first place. But I do hope no other unfortunate souls have to put up with her crap from here on out. I hope she carries on clinging to her ex-lover desperately and leaves the rest of us respectable folk alone. Something tells me neither of them will be experiencing anything resembling happiness anytime soon. As for me, I sold the house and moved into a fancy new apartment with my beloved dog Spike as soon as possible. And let me tell you, we're enjoying the heck out of our peaceful new life. They say every cloud is a silver lining, and for me, I'm super grateful that I was able to meet Spike. Now, I'm the biggest dog lover there is. It's thanks to him that I was able to hold out back when I first started thinking about divorce, and then finally when I bit the bullet and did what I had to do. I know he's just a dog, and this might sound crazy, but he really was there for me throughout the whole thing. I can barely imagine what kind of emotional wreck I might have been coming out of the other end of it all if I'd have been totally on my own. Who knows? Maybe I wouldn't even have the courage to divorce Olivia in the first place. It might be nice if I could meet someone else someday, but after what I just went through, I sure as heck ain't in no rush. For the time being, I'm just gonna focus on taking it easy and looking after my Spike. Attaboy.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.